The world of bioinformatics is evolving day by day. Newer research, newer things are coming our way. But what if I tell you that if you don't keep yourself up to date with the knowledge, the newer discoveries, newer things which are coming in this field, then probably there is a chance that we all can be left out. So to avoid that, Biotecnika has teamed up with Zameer sir to come up with something amazing for all of you. The name of this particular internship is Bioinformatics Global Hands-on Tools and Techniques Internship along with case studies. And this time we are also going to talk about artificial intelligence and a lot of stuff. Now, since this is a special internship and this is going to be a 21 days online internship, I thought to team up and talk to Farhan Zameer sir directly and understand what special he is bringing in this internship. So let's move to the conversation now. Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for joining me on such a short notice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. So, sir, yeah, sir, what we wanted to do here is we wanted to ask you about this particular internship which you have proposed. So, Bioinformatics Global Techniques and Tools Internship with Case Studies is the name. How it is going to benefit the student? What is the vision you have for this one?
Right, sir. Normally, when we say as bioinformatics, many a times people they think that the internship is only driven towards a molecular docking or identifying a ligand or identifying a target. But on the way, we in this particular internship we wanted to, as the title says, it is global techniques. So we are not focusing on one common arena. We are trying to give an holistic approach. So for any point of time, if anybody wants to do bioinformatics, he should have the 360-degree moonshot view. So we cannot just focus on one particular niche. Rather than that, we also look into how do I have multiple niche and how do I connect it using the power of bioinformatics. So that is absolutely new in terms of this internship, what we call it as global tools and techniques. And hence, we have not used as just as tools and techniques. We have said global. So
Right.
anything you want to do achieve in terms of bioinformatics, you will have a moonshot view in this particular workshop, sir.
Okay. So, sir, in this internship, I can see like the hands-on internships syllabus and the modules are in front of me right now, as I can see. So, you have included the first 3 days on why learn bioinformatics. So one thing I would like to really compliment you. So many students who come to me, they wanted to become something else, but after meeting you and learning from you, they all want to become a bioinformatician. So that's a magic which you have. I must
Thank,
compliment you.
thank
But
you, sir. And thanks for giving this opportunity, sir. I was never on camera. It is you. It is you who made me global, sir.
no, no,
Thank you, sir.
I am just the catalyst, sir. You have all the knowledge and expertise. So, sir, you have mentioned about why learn bioinformatics. Would you like to show, throw some light on this part, like why students should learn bioinformatics in today's era? Why it is so important?
Exactly, sir. Sir, you will be surprised to know, even till date, we do not have a proper definition for bioinformatics. Till
Right.
date. Now, because as me as a bioinformatician, I will define it in a different way. You being into the industry, you will define it in a different way. But on the way, this is all in terms of perception of a researcher.
Right.
So, see, everybody goes to an hotel, but what are you trying to consume? Because your flavor is different, my flavor is different. So, in terms of biology, your story of a disease, your story of pathogenesis is entirely different than my story of pathogenesis. So, it becomes very, very important to know. Bioinformatics is like a tool, sir. So I
Right.
have like I have a spanner or a tweezer, but on the way I can use this tweezer in multiple ways. The way in which you use is entirely different, because that depends on your requirement, and the way I use is entirely different. And hence, because of this, say for example, if I talk about the central dogma, might be both we are trying to work on breast cancer,
Mm-hmm.
but your approach is towards the genetics of breast cancer, but my approach is towards the proteomics of breast cancer. So
Right.
and you'll be surprised to know for both the things we'll be using the same tool, that is bioinformatics.
So that means bioinformatics is basically a multi-utility vehicle which can, do wonders to the researchers, right? So that's the reason.
Absolutely,
That's
sir.
MUV, not say SUV. Also,
Yes,
it's
sir.
MUV, right?
Right, sir. Absolutely right.
Wonderful.
You put it in a much better way.
No, no. So, sir, coming to the unit two, the module two, which you have mentioned, deciphering molecules at the sub.
Before
Yeah.
we go into module two, in module number one itself,
Hmm.
it is why learn bioinformatics. But there we, as we always say, learning is not important. Okay, see,
Right.
anybody either through any of the sources, you will, one or the other way, you will still learn. But
Correct.
what you have learned, where do you apply?
Hmm.
Because then you start blaming the subject, because until and unless all our students they have an opportunity, okay,
Hmm.
the students will always feel that I have learned something but I really don't know where to apply. And hence
Right.
in the first unit we have made it a point that what is the scope of bioinformatics in India and what is
Mhm.
the scope of bioinformatics abroad. So
Mhm.
this
Right.
this is another very important unit, that how can I explore bioinformatics in India and how
Mhm.
do I explore it globally. And
Right.
trust me, my all my dear biotechnicals, this is a very very important module, because the purpose
Mhm.
of learning is been defined in this ice breaking session.
So scope and opportunities. That's the day two of the informatics
Right,
workshop. Wow,
right,
that's.
sir, right.
I think that is very very important because if we know the scope and opportunities, that will further motivate us to learn more. So that's an
Right,
amazing observation there.
absolutely, sir.
Wonderful. So let's move to the module two now, deciphering molecules at the submolecular level. So,
Right,
and you've also mentioned demo of tools like ChemDraw and ChemSketch and
right, sir.
Cheminformatics also, right?
Right,
So,
sir.
could you throw some light on how exactly this module will help the students and what are the plans for this module two?
Right, sir. So life is driven by biomolecules,
Right.
and hence the title is called as deciphering. So we are trying to dissect biomolecules, because all of the students they would have studied carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids, but that is not enough. We are not talking
Right.
about the biochemistry of the molecule. But once I know the molecule which defines life, how do I use this tool of bioinformatics and I can analyze it not
Mm-hmm.
just superficially but at its sub-molecular level.
True.
So this becomes very very crucial for defining targets in the next few modules. So hence
Mhm.
the title has been given as deciphering biomolecules.
Wonderful. So, sir, I believe this module is going to be the basics, which will, on the top of which we'll build the other modules, right?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Okay. Now, coming to the module three, bioanalytics, understanding the patterns of life. So,
Right, sir.
how have you planned it? Because I can see a demo of tool almost every day. There will be demos of hands-on demo of all the tools. So, how have you planned this?
Sir, in fact, if you look into the entire module, entire syllabus, everything has been driven by case studies.
Right.
Everything, sir. Not a single module or a single unit is just been, conceptual. It is
Right.
all because when you see something, because bioinformatics is so dry. And if I just tell them that, oh, this is a protein sequence and this is with amino acid, it becomes very difficult to actually believe you. I know
Correct.
you're my teacher, I will still listen to you, but on the way, when I feel it, when I experience it, it gives me an entire different kind of an idea, and remind you, sir, this is an experiential learning. So
Of
this is
course.
outcome based. The entire module is outcome based experiential learning, and hence in every module we have decided on the demonstration, sir. Very very
Wonderful.
important.
Wonderful. And that's very important. That's where the hands on thing comes and it will help students understand the module better and apply it. And that's what we say applied biology is always better than core biology. So, wonderful idea there, sir. So, next module which you have also included in this is CADD, which is computer aided drug design or biocomputing, as we say. So, is this going to be brief or are you going to go in deep? And what are the things? Because I can see you have mentioned 5 days just for this, if I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
wrong.
But
Five,
this is very very important,
six
sir.
days. Yeah.
Now, apart from knowledge, because we have students who wants to gain knowledge, who wants to
Right.
pursue their higher studies, who wants to write proposals, who want to write or pursue their PhDs, and very very important, sir. This module is totally dedicated for those students who are actually seeking for jobs.
Right. Right.
And here the reason for me, investing 5 days on
Mm.
just CADD is to make students employable. Suppose it's not like everybody wants to go for a higher study. Now,
Right.
using this internship, can I become employable? Can I get translated from an item to a product? Because my
Mm.
mass card now in the industry, nobody believes your mass card, sir.
Right.
And I was reading a quote from UGC. What they were trying to say is, even if a student
Mhm.
tries to fail in an examination, he will not fail.
Okay. Right.
Okay. So, because that is a way of the spread which is being done by the curriculum, wherein there is
Right.
some internal marks, there is some assignment, even there are certain marks for tour, like industrial visit or all these things. So, it is not that difficult to get that 40 marks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So hence UGC has said that we are all happy with all your marks, but however, only if you are able to implicate whatever you have studied onto
Mm-hmm.
the experience, okay, and so that the industry should be benefited. When the
Right.
industry gets benefited, you as an individual
Then
get
only you'll be
benefited.
employable. Right.
Obviously.
And CADD definitely.
CADD is all for those students who are actually seeking for a job.
Right. So I believe in this also there will be a lot of hands-on and demos for the students. Right. Okay. I can see.
And another important point, what I wanted to stress is when we do CADD and most of the other, people who try to train students in bioinformatics, most of them they use paid versions of the tools,
Right.
tools, packages, or softwares. Now, when I use a paid version, everything is fine. You have multiple options there. Everything goes up very well. But on the
Right.
way, as soon as Zamir sir goes out of the screen, okay, and the Zoom link is already gone, at that point of time, the student will feel helpless
Right.
because
Those are
the
paid
tools,
software.
the package, the example, Strodanja
Yeah.
package for 1 year, it would cost you 25 lakh rupees.
Correct.
Now, as an individual, it is almost impossible to have a subscription for Strodanja. So,
Yes.
what I normally do is we at Biotecnika we make it a point that all the tools, whatever we are using, is one which is compatible on any computer. It is not
Right.
necessary that every time you need to use a Mac. Okay,
Right.
so one, it should be compatible, and second thing, it should be user friendly, and third and very important thing is it should be free online. So these are the three
Right.
important points we
Open
normally, when we
source.
teach at Biotecnika, we keep this as a major agenda so that even after the teacher is gone, the student is independent in analyzing his or her data.
Right. The other day I was seeing some students have analyzed the data and they were sending you samples in chat and they were asking your opinion how it is. So it was really exciting seeing the students learn in the internship.
Sir, every student is a mammoth of knowledge. For me, my students are like Wikipedia, and you never know which button will activate what neuronal centers. So
Right.
everybody they come with crazy idea. At that point of time, I feel it's crazy, but over a long run, when they are able to prove their concepts using bioinformatics, I really
Right.
feel contented, sir.
Right, right. I must say you are blessed with all the knowledge which you have. We are so grateful to have you as our team member. You are just amazing. Like listening to you, I feel like studying and attending this workshop, this internship.
Mention,
Yeah.
I am at this particular small point. This is mainly because there are a lot of good teachers, sir. A lot of good teachers. Few are here and few have just left the entire world. Uh, all of them, they had put their blood and sweat in training people like me, sir. So
Right.
hence, if we are trying to give them back in terms of either Biotecnika platform or any of these platforms, the intention is let the knowledge transfer happen.
Yes.
Because if I
Absolutely.
teach well, my own students from Biotecnika, they will teach my kids. So
Of
that is the
course.
selfishness of this
That's
internship,
something
sir.
which is already happening actually. I must tell you, many of the teachers in one of the schools where many kids of Biotecnika employees study, they're like, okay, the teacher is a Biotecnika subscriber. So yeah, that's happening already. Okay, let's quickly jump on to the module 5, which is biomimetics, driving deeper. So again, I see preclinical studies, human clinical trials. You're going to talk about drug discovery as well, protein-protein interaction. So Sanchez sequencing, everything is included in this. So how deep you're going to go in this?
This is because, sir, we need to understand how, at a proteome level, at a transcriptome level, at a genome level, at an epigenetic level.
Right.
at a metabolic level. So hence, we need to understand this in a much deeper sense. And hence, again, this entire module is developed looking into biomimetics. Biomimetics is many a times people they say, sir, I do bioinformatics, but how do I validate it?
Correct.
Because everything you're doing on an in silico platform, we call it as in silico biology, but this in
Mm-hmm.
silico biology gets authenticated with wet lab results. So
Right.
you need to amalgamate both wet lab and dry lab, and hence which can mimic human system. Okay, so hence it is called as biomimetics, which can mimic the human as a system, wherein we have included in this module, we have included preclinical and clinical concepts so
Okay.
that our students are able to understand whatever they have designed using bioinformatics, I can prove it with either in vitro models or in vivo models. So
Wonderful.
that's the intention of this particular unit, sir.
Wonderful. So, but I also see that module 6, where you have mentioned about paper publication, publish or perish,
Right,
that's the name.
right,
So, are
right.
you really going to teach them how to publish papers in this?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Because, sir, I have done my lot of work. Okay, as a researcher, I have done a lot of
Mhm.
work. Okay, I have put my heart and soul into designing my experiments and then
Right.
executing my experiments, searching for chemicals, searching for even like distilled water, test tubes. All these are the scene behind the into the research, wherein nobody sees this. But on the
Mhm.
way, when all this has been done, you have suffered the entire pain and pleasure of research.
Right. Right.
Remember, if you do not document it, everything goes into zero.
Right. So,
And
documentation is
I,
important.
I should be very frank with you, sir. Nowhere in our Indian system we try to teach people documentation because
Ah,
we teach them do everything, but we do not teach them documentation in research. Very very important. Whatever I design, I need to document it, and publication is one of the mediums wherein I can document it, sir. So hence
okay.
publication becomes the important thing. Many a times I also tell my students that 60% is your wet lab and 40% is the documentation, sir. So that is the importance of publication, and hence the tagline for this, the caption is publish or perish.
Perish. Very true, very true. Like we say in Biotecnika, we have to perform or perish. We have to perform for our subscribers or we have to perish. The same way, publish or perish.
Sir, otherwise, just to tell you, sir, otherwise, from 17 years, Biotecnika would have not been survived, sir, because it is a lot of hard work. Because I have seen many, bootstraps or startups which will just go in, maximum of not more than 3 to 4 years.
Right, right.
So,
That's very
it
true.
takes lot of
But
efforts and lot of guts to
it's
face that
it's
ups and downs, sir.
it's all the blessings of our elders.
And
Like
nobody knows it well apart from you.
nonsense. I am just a catalyst, like I always say. The real heroes are our teachers, you, and all our team
Absolutely, sir.
members.
We have a very good team of teachers.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So, sir, overall, I'm seeing more than 16 to 20 softwares you're going to give a demo and hands-on, right?
Right.
And even you're going to help them in publishing papers and learning whatnot, right? From QSAR to CADD, everything is included. I think this is one of the bestest ever internship we have launched in Biotecnika. So, all the best to you.
And sir, another very, very important point, very, very
Yeah.
important point, which has been, which has created a revolution, and maybe another a year or two. Okay, the entire publication industry, entire science industry will change, and this is mainly because of the implications of AI, artificial
Right,
intelligence.
right,
Okay,
right.
there is
I think I
something.
missed that. Yes, yes,
If
yes.
there's a beautiful tool which has come out, which is called as
ChatGPT.
Chat GPT.
Yes, yes. OpenAI.
Now most of the students they say, sir, I'm not good at writing, so I don't know how to write well. So how do I connect things? So I really want somebody who can actually upgrade my the concepts, can actually give me some inputs on the review what
Of
I have
course.
written. Okay, and then how do I design all my experiments? For all these things we are using this new tool which is called a chat GPT.
I have
And how
used
do
it,
I
and
use
I must
the
say it's amazing.
potential? Right, sir. How do I use the potential of Chat GPT for my research? This is the newest module. I think no point of time in Biotecnika we have thought
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
this because the tool itself is like one month old.
Yes, yes. Just last month it
So
was launched by Sam Walton, and it is amazing. I have used it personally. It's really amazing, and I must tell you, you have included this. That's very thoughtful because student needs to know how you can use OpenAI and artificial intelligence and ChatGPT in your research. This is like, wow. So that's very thoughtful of you, sir, and thank you so much. I had missed that point. Thanks for reminding. So students who are watching this video, let me tell you, Farhan Zameer sir is coming with a power-packed bioinformatics global internship with amazing tools and techniques, more than 20 softwares. He's going to give you a demo and hands-on training, and he's also going to help you for paper publishing as well. The idea is not just to help you in research, but to make you more employable. So thank you so much, sir, for your time. It
Thank you,
was
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you
really
very much, sir.
amazing, and I'm always blessed to have you. The day I met you, the first day, I must tell you, you have been one of my biggest source of motivation and inspiration. Thank you. Thank you so
These
much for
words
all the
coming from
energy.
you lots means a lot for me, sir. So thank you very much, sir.
Students are really blessed to have a guru like you, and I'm sure our audience will agree. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon in our Bioinformatics Global Internship. The link is given in the description, and I'll see you soon in the internship. All the best. Take care. Bye bye.